Hello. Just coming back early so everyone can find me again. Okay, leave this in. Let's take that out. Whoops. And let's hold on and see if people come back. So I'll get myself ready. Ooh, perfect. Okay. Hello. Hi, Margaret. Thank you for coming back again. It's starting to get a bit chilly. Put a jumper on, I think, or something. Put this on so my arms are free still. Oh. Hi, Claire. Thanks for joining. So, I'll bring back the first page. So, a bit of a crazy page. Not what I was going for, but you know, it's okay. We have those layouts or makes that the idea in our head doesn't quite transcribe onto paper, but you know, that's fine. I think I just used the papers and the molds were too contrasting. The molds were very vintagey, the way I waxed them, and then the papers were a bit too modern in contrast, but that's fine. Alright, whilst I wait again, I'm just gonna go ahead with some clear gesso again. Clear gesso because I don't want to lose the pretty pattern on my lovely paper. And I need to use gesso because again I'm going to be using some wet mediums, so I want to make sure my paper is nice and protected so it doesn't buckle and we don't get this nasty stains on the other side where the inks have soaked through the paper, and it also stops us wasting so much product as well because it's going to sit on the surface rather than soak in, and it also helps you get a better colour, a truer colour, because it doesn't soak in and sort of lose its vibrancy a little bit. Looks like quite a few people are back with us, so I'm just going to go ahead and dry this. So I'm doing another another challenge now. This is the More Than Words challenge to use stripes and fun. So I'll show you my photo in a second. So the stripes are obviously my paper. Hello Mary. Hi Magdalene. So yeah, I'm going for a stripy paper. I'm probably going to use a couple of other striped papers with this. And the fun is going to be my photo. So I have to explain the photo a little bit. So this is my brother. Hi Mand again. Thank you for coming back everyone. This is my brother. We went for a walk up the hills. He loves Lords of the Rings and he found this giant stick branch. And he said, oh look, it's like Gandalf, but he's pulling a very funny face. I don't know, like he wasn't sure, or it's a bit strange. So this is my funny photo, and I'm thinking that my title is going to say Gandalf who, like, you know. And then I've got this beautiful Hobbylicious frame, which just so happens to be pretty much the same size as this photo, and then it has this overlay on top, which is going to go beautifully with the trees in the background. So that's my funny element. Okay, so I'm going to start. I want to get some more paper on there. So I've got some more striped papers, and what I was thinking was I could add a few strips of this. So some papers I've had for a long time. This paper on the bottom is the beautiful Emerald Queen Sheet 5 Walk My Way from AB Studio. This range is beautiful if you've not seen it, and if you love green, check this out on our website. Hello Bezenia again. The is a really old Simple Stories paper, and the other one I've got is Heidi swap paper. So I'm going to just take a strip of each, I think. So I chose these because they have different thicknesses of lines. Okay, and somewhere here, I think, hiding is my distress tool. Yeah, here we go. So we'll have that in a second. And let's do the same. Little strip of that one, and maybe one more strip of that one. Okay. So we'll just get it a bit more how we want it. Okay, and maybe get rid of this straight edge. Okay. And oh, that's very easy. Treacle flapjack. Now I love a treacle tart, but I don't think I've ever had treacle flapjack. Now that sounds yum. Is it something you've been making, Shona? You'll have to send me the recipe if so, because that sounds very much up my street. I've been doing a lot of baking lately. It was bread pudding this week, a bit vintage, a bit old school, a bit of nostalgia. And I'm thinking I might try doing cinnamon buns next, possibly. So I'm just distressing this paper with my little distress tool to make the edges a bit interesting, and also I'm going to ink them a bit, and it holds ink better when the paper, when you've kind of exposed the fibres in the paper a little bit, like the core of the paper, if you like. Oh, I need to do this one too, don't I? So very different feel to our last one. This is going to be, it's not masculine, but yeah, kind of masculine. Darker colours, a nature feel. So more natural colours is perhaps the better word. I need to be careful not to tear this off. They're already quite distressed anyway because of the way I've torn the paper towards me, so you get that white edge other way, then you won't get the white edge. You're halfway through the flapjack and realise you had no golden syrup. Ah, okay, yeah, because I like syrup in my flapjack. I don't like the dry kind of style flapjack. So you just substituted with treacle. Ooh, I'm going to have to try that. I do love flapjack. It's a bit of a weakness. Hi Latifa, that's someone I haven't seen for a while. Hope you're well. And this is a little bit thin here. I might have to tear some of that off, I think. It's got a little bit too thin. I don't think we'll bother distressing that as it's so thin already. Okay. Right, so there's that. Let me put this back so it doesn't go missing. I get really cross when that gets lost. Right, so I've got some distress inks. I think I'll go for the darker colour. So this is Forest Moss. And I'm literally just going to run it over the edges of my paper. I don't care if it goes a little bit into the paper, that's fine. It's only going to add a bit of colour and interest. You can always wipe some of it off, or you could do this with a distress tool, a sponge, anything you like. Makeup brushes. I do have makeup brushes that can be a little bit easier, so like these, and you can just do it like that instead. Go onto the paper a little bit. Okay. So I just got these off, was it eBay or Amazon? So just look for makeup blend brushes. They're cheaper than buying the craft equivalent. And whenever you put art or craft in front of something, it suddenly becomes a lot dearer. You find that? It's like 3 times the price of the same thing. And that does frustrate me. Okay. So there's a bit of colour, a little bit distressed look. And we're going to stick these down. That's the different one, isn't it? So I want that in the middle. Or do we want them going the other way? No, that just trips my mind out. That's too many different stripes going different ways. Okay, so I'm going to stick them down with tape and just one strip so that it means the edges can poke up a little bit. Where has that red come from? I must have red on my desk somewhere. All the back of my paper's soaked up red. Right, let's flip them over so I stick the right side. So this one's going to need 2 pieces. Just eyeball it. And then one on the other bits. I hope you're all well and having a nice weekend. I had an easier day at work today, which I was very thankful for, because I did not sleep very well last night. I don't know what it was. I've not had it for a long time where I just couldn't switch off. There was nothing in particular that was worrying me or bothering me. I think I just worked a bit too much, so I sort of put stock on and a lot of it went out really quickly, and that kind of threw me. And then I just had a bit of not a panic, it's not a panic, good to sell stock, but yeah, I don't know, it just threw me. And then I was trying to do the new challenge and some other bits, and I think I just did too much. And you know, when you get overtired, then you can't switch off. I got a bit like that, I think. And then I just couldn't switch off then to go to sleep. So it's quite frustrating. So I was thankful for an easier day. Okay, so I'm just taking the backing off my tape. So that's stuck a bit. I'll go from the other side, not a problem. This tape I've had for ages. I don't know which one it is. Might be the Hobbycraft one, I'm not sure. But it's been going for ages. Hello Julie in France. How are things over there? I've not really heard too much about how the virus has affected France. I know that Spain, it's pretty bad. And Italy, we've obviously heard a lot about, but I haven't heard too much about France. I hope you're well and family and everything. Looking after yourselves during this time. And trying to make the best of things. I really have learned a lot during this time. Become very grateful. For the sort of things we often take for granted. Actually, let's go up higher. Yeah, it's been good. A lot of reflection. And I seem to cope better in a crisis. I have bad anxiety, which is usually about very trivial things. So when a kind of crisis is going on, it strangely helps me because I switch off from all those little things and go into organizer mode. And yes, so it's not necessarily good, but I think I've learned a lot how to cope with myself better. Yeah, oh, have to let me know how that works. I have a few apps that I use to help me get to sleep. Relaxing Melodies is a free app. There's lots of free sections on it. It's just like sounds. You can make your own mix to help you sleep. I just got the Calm app through work, part of what they're helping us with. They've given us access to a few apps, which is really useful. So one is Calm, which has like stories and sounds and things on it. It looks really good, and I'm actually considering buying the full app, I think, because there's a lot of really useful things on there. And then I've got another one through my doctor. Right, what I'm going to do now is some stamping, and I want to use some embossing powder. So I've gone for this star stamp. Just kind of a, you know, masculine friendly stamp, I guess. I'm using my VersaFine Claire, which I'm hoping, yeah, it does dry slow. I know that because it's juicy, so I should be able to emboss okay with this, which is what I want to do. So just to make sure, I'm going to sprinkle as I go. Now these are the new chunky embossing powders from Lindy's. So I'm going to give these a whirl again. So the one I'm using is called Tin Roof Rusted. There are a few shades. I think it's 6 shades I've got. I didn't get them all. I chose some that I like the look of. And yeah, they have really chunky, like kind of meekery, sort of flaky bits in. And I've been advised by a few people now to heat from underneath, or a tip Grace gave the other day in her video was if you put your heat gun on first for about 20 seconds, I think she said, to get it hot first. It will then be hot and melt those chunky bits straight away, rather than having to wait for it to warm up and just blowing them away. So we'll give some of those tips a try. Yes, Headspace. Sorry, what did I say? I said mine, didn't I? Yeah, it's Headspace. I don't know what I'm on about half the days, honestly. Yes, that's what I meant, Headspace. Do you find it good, Shona? So what I'm going to do is tip this off. So I will be left with mainly, whew, that was a bit dusty, the the normal sort of embossing bits. But then what I'm going to do is pick out some of the flakes. I was on the oh my god one. Sorry, you lost me there, Zena. You'll have to explain. My brain is not understanding. I'm always very tired on a Saturday. It's the end of my working week. So, yeah, brain is a little bit smaller. Okay, I'm just trying to do is pick out a couple of the chunkier bits from the embossing powder. To put on top. So I want to see how these work. Oh, I dropped it. That was great. Okay. There we go. Right, let's try that. Okay. Oh, you're on the wrong live. Calm app. Do I? Oh, I don't know what I mean. Is it the Calm app? Headspace? I don't know. I'll have to look and find out after. Anyway, I've got a few different apps is the point I was trying to make. So there are lots of apps out there, and all of them seem to have some free elements. You can also get referral through the doctor, as I did. So I got referred to the West Berkshire mental health team. I can't remember what the team was called, but anyway, and then they put me onto this online program where I have phone calls once a month, and it's really useful. Right. Oh, now. Huh. Already forgot what I said. Heating underneath. Yep, that works much better, so it stops that big flake running away. Don't worry if the page curls a little bit, we can come back and sort that after. Now they're really different. They have different colours in, and they're very grainy. They're not smooth. Well, no embossing powders are smooth, but they're much grittier, and they don't go quite as like shiny. It's more of a, they look kind of like natural stone or something. You'll see when I've finished what I mean. I'm trying to see if I can get that really big bit to melt. There we go. So I've got it to grip, and now I'm going to melt it. So hopefully you can see that. So it is shiny like embossing powder, but it's really unusual. It looks kind of like marble. All these different little flicks of colour in there. So I'm going to do it that way again. So underneath, get it to catch, and then I'll heat from the top once it's caught. Yeah, I think it's Headspace. I'm not sure, but the one I'm on about, it has like stories and sounds, and there's kind of meditations and help for any kind of situation like anxieties, panic attacks, etc. Hello, Marlene. Yeah, it looks really useful. But they've tried to cover all angles. try this side. Move my hand so I don't burn myself. Thinking to have a naughty takeaway tonight. Problem is, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, my partner gets back quite late, 7 o'clock, and it's a bit late to be starting cooking and all that. So I'm thinking tonight I may just get a takeaway. Bugger it. Right, so there you go. So you have to have a little bit more patience than a normal embossing powder, but I think it's really worth it. It's really quite different. So hopefully you can see that big flake there. It's a bit like mica flakes. Right, so that's some stamping and embossing. Just give my page a wiggle. So you can just roll it back and forth, and what we'll do is flip my page over backwards and apply some heat from this side, and that should get it to bend back down a little bit. Just applied a bit of water, there you go, see that's working now. Apply a bit of water. If you get wet and it bends, if you wet it on the other side and then dry. I don't know, Shona. We had pizza last night, like at home, so I don't really want to have pizza. Maybe a curry. Don't know, I'll have to explore after this. I'm going to take a bath after this demo and I'll have a think. Right, so that's that. Got my strips of paper. Now I've got one of these gorgeous overlays. They call them transparent printed foils. They're from 13 Arts. It's what we would know more as acetate, so it's printed acetate. It has this kind of matte finish where the printing is. So I think I'm going to take a piece of that. I think that's going to look really nice on here. Excuse me. Right, I think I'm gonna have this kind of corner cluster. Okay, and I will cut kind of around these circles. And then into this one. And then down here. So you can put the whole page on, up to you. And I might cut across there, I think, and have part up there. Having fish and chips. Yeah, I've heard that some fish and chip places are opening. I don't know if that's open as in you can go in the shop or how that's working. Not too sure. Okay, that's a bit different, isn't it? Not sure. Where do I want it? Back as one piece. Oh, or just set apart slightly. Oh yeah, I like that. So this is peeking through and we can have something else peeking through there. Okay. So I'll need to trim a little bit off. I'll trim this bit off because I don't want to lose that text. So I just need to trim a bit off where I'm making a gap so that it doesn't go off the page. That's better. Right, and we can stick that down. You could use hot glue, I think works, or I just use a bit of gel. So let's do that. One person at a time. Ordering from the pub for delivery, that's good. Oh, a bit of tea. I know our favourite local cafe. Oh, I had embossing powder on that, didn't I? You numpty. Yeah, our favourite local cafe is doing breakfast deliveries, so we might have to try that out. Probably too late now for tomorrow, but maybe next weekend we'll try that. So this will dry clear, so I'm not too concerned. I'm just going to do a thin layer around the edge. I think you can get special tapes as well for sticking stuff like this down. I just need a wipe. Where did I put them? Get the gel off the top. And also this will help push it down. So squish that gel out, spread it around so we don't get any texture built up. Okay, that should do it. And do the same on this one. How is it where you are, Zena? 'Cause we don't live too far apart, me and Zena. Be curious to know how it is there, because obviously you've got the hospital up there. How is it? Right, I'm going to do the same again. Oh, it's upside down. Huh. This way. And then pushing down, oops, and smoothing out that gel, wiping off any excess. Hello, Julia. Okay, so that just gives different feel. So we've got gloss and matte. The white of the gel will go away, that will dry clear. Just don't put it on too thickly, that'll help it dry better. Right, so we need to start thinking about our layout now. So this is going to be the picture. So I think we'll have that somewhere like that. So let's go ahead and stick the picture down so that we commit to that space. I'm being careful again, especially not to get the gel on the picture, and particularly with this picture because I went for a matte printout, so I don't want a big glossy dollop on the front of my photo. It's one of my big frustrations, getting gel on the front of the photo. Being quiet, got busier, a lot of places starting to reopen hospital, just doing emergencies and COVID blood testing. Well, that's good. It's weird here, like yesterday was really busy at work and then today was quite chilled, which is strange because it rained really bad here yesterday, and yet today it was dry most of the day and yet it was quieter. Oh, gel on my hand, getting a bit sticky. Yeah, I don't quite understand people. I don't know. It goes in waves. I mean, it's a lot quieter than when this all just started, but yeah, it's still very strange. Right. So we want some paint for our frame. Let's go for this. So this is Sparks. This is not Magic Pond. I've put the wrong lid on. This is Fairy Wings. That's the wrong lid. And we'll also do touch of this one. So this is Night Shadow. That's my favorite one. We need to prep our wood because the wood is dark, so it won't cover perfectly. So let's move our layout away for a minute. Okay, let's go white gesso this time. I've got some here. Down here. There we go, white gesso. Paintbrush. Am I doing the right side? Yes. Not looking for perfection here, just to cover most of that colour, because the MDFs are a naturally darker colour than, say, chipboards or craft boards, which are kind of much whiter. So we need to cover up a bit of this pigment so that we don't have to use so much paint. I mean, these are very pigmented paints. I have been known a lot of the time to just go straight on, but I want the paint to really stand out here, so I'm going to do a bit of gesso first. Here it's quite intricate, so I can sort of stipple it on instead of trying to brush. Looks like I've got a bit of embossing powder or something on the end there. That's fine. This is beautiful. I think I've ordered some of these. So this is the, I think it's called the Nouveau Vine Frame. This is from Hobbylicious. Do beautiful, beautiful pieces. They also do a lot of custom work for us, and they can do that for you as well. So custom MDFs, light boards, stencils, anything in those sort of embellishments you'd like, get in touch with them. Hobbylicious.com. You can find their contact details on there. They're on Facebook as well. Lovely ladies. To give them a shout. They are also open at the moment. So we are open at the minute. I don't know if I've mentioned that today. If you don't know, we are open. We're shipping once a week. So our next shipping day is Tuesday. So if you want to get an order out on Tuesday, I need those orders in by Monday morning, please. I did say before we have had a huge amount of orders, so I'm going to do my very best to pick them all Tuesday. Monday rather, sorry, for the post on Tuesday. If not, I'll finish any left on Wednesday. So I'll do them in date order, as that's fair. So the oldest orders will go out, and it would just be perhaps potentially some of the new orders that have to go out Wednesday. I will do my best. I am at work Monday, so Lincoln Rhyme the Bone Collector. No, I've not seen that one. I've been finished Sons of Anarchy. So sad. I was so traumatized after. I think I need counselling for it. I started watching. It was only one series. It was, I've forgotten the name of it, with Renee Zellweger in. That was quite interesting. And I am now watching, what am I watching? I've forgotten the name of it. Surprise, surprise. A political drama about president, kind of how all the politics works and the media. So I'm going to go in first with this one. This is the Fairy Wings. It's a golden green. It's like golden shimmer in it. It's very, very pretty. And it's a great colour for like leaves and foliage. You can see I'm not using very much at all. That's nice strong colours with lots of shimmer in it. Great for adding that bit of pizzazz. Right, while that's still wet, I'll just get a little bit of night shadow. Oh, I've missed a bit. It's on Sky, but it's so good. A series of the film. Oh, I'll have to... Yeah, I thought The Bone Collector was a film. I'll have to check that one out then, thank you. So I'm feeling a bit empty after Sons. So funny because I didn't think I was gonna like Sons of Anarchy, and it just gripped me. Like people said, oh, it's the same every episode. Like, you do need to like get into it, and don't watch it if you can't watch violence or anything like that. It is very full on violence and, you know, sexual scenes and swearing and stuff. So if you can't watch that sort of thing, don't watch it. But, yeah, it's a brilliant series. Yeah, the film of that's a really good film actually, The Bone Collector. So I haven't watched that in a long time. So if you like Nouveau, you should pop along to another project I'm working on with the Hobbylicious ladies actually, and our lovely Kasha. It's called Kits and Caboodle, where we're doing quite full-on size kits. So we're giving you a big kit to work on plus some mediums, and the next theme actually has a Nouveau twist to it. So if you like Nouveau, you should pop over there and keep your eyes on that. We're just waiting on a few last elements. We may decide to go without it and go with what we've got if it's not here soon, because we're just so excited to get it out. Yeah, I'm not good with violence yet. I could watch The Sons. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I mean, it's quite horrific in parts. Some bits I was a bit, you know, thrown up. Yeah, some pretty horrendous bits, but just so good. The kind of turmoil of the main character. Yeah, I really related to him, which is strange. I'm not a violent person or in a gang or anything. Yeah, I did feel a lot of connection with him. Very odd. Yeah, I am after some new good series. I've got Netflix and Sky, so if you have any recommendations, anyone, let me know. Well, let's give this a little blast. They dry very quickly, these paints. They have quite a glossy look to them with all that metallic that's in them. So hopefully you can catch that shine. Oops. And I'm going to add a touch of wax somewhere. That brass one I used before. That's a fresher one, so it's a bit juicy. So just touches. And you can use the wax now as well. If you've got any bits that didn't quite cover right, or you don't like, you can just use the wax to cover those up. Don't put too much on, as it clumps and you get this ugly clumpy look and it's not shiny. And you're going in gently with the tip of your finger over the surface. We're not pushing it in. Cover up that little weird embossing bit I had on there. See, covered. Okay. I run a pretty big craft gang. I am called the Enabler. Maybe that's my gang name. I am the Enabler. Okay, right. Now, let's bring back my piece. Yeah, that goes nicely. So I'm not going to stick that just yet. I will stick the top layer of the frame to the bottom layer. So you can see you get that layered look. Really pretty. So we use the gel. Just little pats. Like my name. I am the Enabler. I can wipe off any excess gel there. Right, so that's that stuck. Right, let's bring the layout back and we need to start embellishing. So our background is done. That's my stage 1, I like to say. Now I'm going to be working on stage 2, my layers. So here I've got some bits and bobbits, some die cuts in various shades of green that I thought might go. I've got these grungy elements as well from 7 Dots. We could have some of those. Let's pull a couple of them out. Actually, let's go for the more greeny ones. Had these ages. I'm still using them. Kind of forget about them, I think. Oops. Okay, that'll do. What else have we got? I've got, that's going to be my title, Found Objects, because he found the big stick. I've got this beautiful ticket book. I think I'm out of stock at these at the moment, but I have ordered some more. So they look so real. They're like all perforated tickets. We could use one of these. I haven't used any yet. Keep like, no, too precious. Too precious. But they will go nicely on here. So they are perforated so that you can tear them off. And they come off quite nicely. So we could have 1 or 2 of those perhaps. Yeah, that frame is gorgeous. I'm hoping that I've ordered some. I have got quite a few frames coming in, some custom design ones and some that they stock because I love frames. Let's get some smaller greeny ones. So let's try this one. Oops. Let's have that one and then, ooh, look at that one. This is so nice, like the old bus tickets, things like that. So lovely. Right, we'll have a couple of those. Oh, I didn't do any stenciling in the end, did I? We could stencil some ink. Let's do that on the other side. So I'll put all this here to play with in a minute. Just push you over. I get my stencil. This is 13 Arts frames. I've just added some restocks of all the 13 Arts stencils. I have, yay! I have ordered those frames. Excellent. I thought so. Let's go with that same ink. So I'll use the same brush. We'll just stick with Forest Moss. So I'm just blending some oxides through the stencil just to get a bit of pattern on this side. Okay, that'll do. And you can just use oxides like that. You don't have to water react them. If you do, then you'll get the oxidized feel. I don't want to do that this time. I want the stenciling to stay crisp. Whoops, there goes my tape. Right, that's that. Okay, let's start playing with these die cuts and get this layout done. So this is going to go there. Where should I have the title? I think it needs to go up there. Let's stick that down first. I tried to stick my title on first because when I first started scrapbooking or making cards as well, which I don't do very often anymore, I'm not a lover of cards, but I would always forget to leave room for my title or my sentiment, and that is so frustrating. You just made something great and now I can't put, you know, the title on there. That's really quite annoying. Right, so yeah, these vintage tags work really well on here, this layout. I'm just going to stick with the same gel just so I don't have to keep swapping around. You could go for a thinner gel or tape or glue here, up to you. So where we left that little gap, we could peek something under there, couldn't we? Oh, I don't want to cover all that nice embossing. Let's get it in there. Okay. Maybe. What's going on down there? Some weird noises coming from under my desk. I think I've adopted a creature. Right there. And to bounce, I'll have this one down here. Triangles work really well to bounce and direct your eye to your focus. Right, bring that back. So I'm not sticking this yet in case I want to tuck under there. So let's have a look at all my little elements. So I've got this nice green flower that could go there. And a little leaf. Tree is a Christmas tree, but I think I can get away with it on this layout. Don't know, maybe it is a little bit too Christmassy. I've got these pretty vintage butterflies. They look nice, but they need erasing a little bit. Let's get some foam squares. Thank you everyone that's still here or joining us later on. I'm going to have a nice bath in a minute. I've got crampy legs today. It's probably why I was so restless last night. Just peel the back off those. If you're putting this onto something uneven or on top of paint, I do suggest a little tap of gel on top of those foams just to make sure it sticks. Mine's not too bad, but I'll do it just to show you. So let's have that down here. So I'm trying to balance my piece now. So I have a big bit there. So I'm trying to balance that down here as well. So just keep looking back. I do tend to work diagonals for some reason. I can have another leaf poking out. Onto there. What else have we got here? Some more leaves. I do like leaves. There's already some gel under there, so I don't need to stick that one. We're nearly there now, folks. Have this different butterfly on some foam. You can use those chipboard scraps as well. Okay. Got these different leaves. Oh, some gel under there. We could go onto the frame a little bit as well. I think it's time to commit to the frame shortly. No, I've knocked all my little bits off. I think we're pretty much there. Oh, I've completely knocked my title off. Wasn't it like all the way down here before? I'm sure that was much lower down, like there. I think this is the last bit. I'll put chipboard because I want to make this one taller. I'll put my scissors there. Okay, and there. Now we need to stick this frame down before I forget and throw it like I do. Pick my work up and oh, I didn't stick that down apparently. It's a bit more gel this time. This is a bit heavier. Tap on all those, the main edge. Try and get that gel off the photo there. I'm just going to hold it for a minute. And we're pretty much there. So you could put something heavy on top of that just for a minute. Just for a second. Now, let's see. I want to do some splatters. I think I'd like some black splatters. I'll get some black gesso. Actually, black. What about black sparkly paint? Or even this one actually would be good for the splatters. Let's get those out of the way. Thanks, man. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a lovely rest of National Scrapbook Weekend. Nice to see a few new faces. Oh, I haven't done the giveaway on this video. So the giveaway on this video is going to be, the word is going to be Gandalf. And I need to put that title somewhere, don't I? I forgot about that. So if you want to win on this video, comment Gandalf. I forgot all about that. Right, I need to cover my photo. I don't want to get that dirty. So I've watered it down with a bit of water spray. So yeah, if you want to win on this video, Gandalf, please. As in Lord of the Rings, Gandalf. If you've no idea what I'm on about. If you don't know how to spell it, there's no marks for spelling. I will forgive you. Thank you, Mary. As yet, Gandalf or Gandalf is fine. We don't mind. No marks for spelling. And I did want to do Gandalf who, but I think I don't have room now. And in fact, I think, you know, maybe the picture should tell the story anyway. So people can then ask what it's all about. So we're going to leave it at that. So here is my greeny layout. We use those new Lindy's gritty embossing powders. I've got the 13 Arts transparencies on here. Beautiful Hobbylicious frame. Some Tim Holtz vintage tickets. Various ephemeras. And these were painted up using Prima Sparks paints and a bit of Prima wax. So thank you for joining me today. I'll wait until the end of the day, so if you are joining the video later in the day, you can still comment on both with the word to win, and tomorrow I'll announce the winners, and I will get something out to you to celebrate National Scrapbooking Weekend. So yeah, if you want to check out the website, my next order day picking is Monday, so get them on in the morning. And I will be trying my best to get everything out on Tuesday. Anything I can't will go Wednesday. I have a lot of new stuff coming. So my Hobbylicious delivery should be here any day. Bye, Margaret. Thanks, Deborah. I've got lots of AB Studio coming. I've got some 13 Arts, more stuff. I've got some more molds. I've got... in June, well, I think the P13, the Piatek Some will come earlier, I think. I'm not sure. If not, it's all going to come June when the new releases come out. Just lots. I've actually forgotten how much I've ordered. That's how much it is. So watch out. If you join the group, that's where I tend to chat more, and I'll keep you up to date with what's coming in and that sort of thing. So thank you again. Bye bye. Have a lovely weekend.